Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you people are fine. Welcome to the week 3 lesson. That date is 20 April to 24th April. Subject is chemistry, class 8. Topics which we are going to study in this lesson is law of conservation of mass, types of chemical reactions. Students, this is the continuity of that previous lesson 1 and lesson 2. We are going to more focus on law of conservation of mass in today's lesson, which you have already studied in your previous 2 lessons. Now in this we are going to learn about law of conservation of mass. We will study about how can we attempt the answer regarding law of conservation of mass. Students, before starting the lesson, let's have a look on our today's resource, that is General Science book grade 8. A website which is officially of your book, that is elearnpunjab.edu.pk. I have provided you with the web links in which you have complete worksheets and a video relevant to the topic. So we don't have too much time to look at the video during the lesson, so I have provided you with the links so that you people can easily watch anytime whenever you people are free. Students, let's look at the contents of today's lesson. We will share objectives, recap of previous lesson, brainstorming, introduction of the topic, explanation of the topic. We will practice equations, wrap up, exercise questions, assignment, and then worksheet. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to reinforce the concept done in previous lesson, state law of conservation of mass, describe experimental determination of law of conservation of mass, attempt answer of a question related to the topic, discuss different types of chemical reaction, differentiate between two types, addition and decomposition reactions, attempt answer of a question related to the topic, recall the topic by wrap-up session, discussion of exercise questions in assignment, attempt the questions given in a worksheet. Students, quickly recap our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, I have discussed with you elements and their symbols. I have even asked you to memorize elements and their symbols, at least of first 30 elements, their atomic numbers, which is very necessary. Then we have studied rules for balancing a chemical equation. There were further rules while doing the balancing of any chemical equation. Then we did stepwise balancing, step 1, step 2, step 3. We done by 3-step method. Then we did our balancing examples. We solved several examples, and I have given you many examples in many exercise question in your worksheet, in your assignment. Hope you people have done that very well. Students, I hope when you have ever looked at your periodic table, have you noticed that there is no existence of letter J in whole periodic table? This is a science fact. This is a chemistry fact that only one letter doesn't appear in the periodic table, and it is letter J. I hope now you people are going to go through your periodic table and you will search that whether I am saying it correct or not. Then I have another very interesting game for you. Look at your screens. There is a Lego atomic key. They have given you the Legos like hydrogen, sodium, calcium, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine. By using these, you have to make the chemical formulas. You have to make molecules. You can differentiate whether it is an atom, whether it is a molecule. So by using these Lego atom key, you are going to make your chemical formulas. I hope you people will do it afterwards. Okay, let's start our law of conservation of mass. In your previous 2 lessons, week 1 and week 2, you people have discussed that it's necessary for a chemical reaction to justify law of conservation of mass. In our today's lesson, we are going to study in detail that what is law of conservation of mass, who put forward it, Why is it so necessary? Why we implement it in during the chemical experiment while writing in any equation? Why is it necessary to justify that chemical law of conservation of mass? So today let's start our topic, a very detailed information about law of conservation of mass. First of all, introduction. It was put forward by a French chemist Lavoisier in 1785. What does it state? It states that mass is neither created nor destroyed, but it changes from one form to another. In other words, the mass of the product in a chemical reaction must equal to the mass of the reactant. So we have studied that whenever we are doing any chemical experiment or whenever we are writing any chemical equation, we justify that there should be no change in the mass of any product. It should be equivalent to the chemical reactants. So in balancing, we already did that. We balance the equation in such a way that they should justify law of conservation of mass. There should be nothing new form in that, only the rearrangement of reactants takes place during the formation of the product. So I hope you people will learn the statement that mass is neither created nor destroyed, but it changes from one form to another. We have studied rearrangement of a chemical equation in our previous lesson. So you have did the balancing stepwise to justify these statements. So another example is given in your book, that is at page number 69, formation of silver chloride. Dear students, to justify experimentally law of conservation of mass, I have shown you a picture in which a chemical representation of any experiment has been given. Look at the one pan electric balance. In the reactant side, they are having small test tube. In the test tube, they have sodium hydroxide solution, and a bigger one is the flask in which they are containing copper sulfate solution. In this equation, in this experiment even, sodium hydroxide solution and copper sulfate solution are going to interact, are going to react. These are the reactants. When we mix them thoroughly, look at your another picture. The product which is formed is the copper sulfate solution and copper hydroxide precipitates. The blue spots which you can see in your diagram, that are the copper hydroxide precipitates. So you can diagram, the mass of the reactant mass remains same, 67.25 grams. So there is no change in the mass when you have done the experiment regarding reactants and product. So mass remains same while performing an experiment, while doing a chemical equation, while doing the balancing of a chemical equation. So keep that thing in your mind, that in this way we can justify law of conservation of mass. I have shown you the experimental demonstration of law of conservation of mass. I hope you people will go through it. You people will try to understand it by your own also. Okay. My dear students, I have added this slide to my lesson, and the reason was that you should know how to attempt the question, how you can write the answer. You know that your short question consists of 3 marks. When a question comes of 3 marks, it's necessary that you people have to justify it accordingly. In when we will go through our next lessons, I will discuss paper pattern and syllabus in detail with you people. But now at this stage, I am asking you how you can attempt the question in a very well way. If the question comes of 3 marks, so how can you justify simply the question, what is law of conservation of mass, or state the law of conservation of mass. So how can you justify your marks? How can you attempt the question? There would be three headings: introduction, statement, and example. When I introduce the topic, I segregate them in the headings for your convenience. The introduction, in which you people are going to write down that who gave the law, in which century, okay, the date and the name of the scientist. Then the statement, and then example, which is I have mentioned already, given on your page number 69, of silver chloride, formation of silver chloride. So for answer you can see page number 68 to 69. You can find the answer for the introduction portion, for statement, and for example. Okay, my dear students, we are going towards another topic of today's lesson, that is types of chemical reactions. There are two types of chemical reactions: addition reaction and decomposition reactions. There are many more types of chemical reactions, but now at this stage we are going to study only two types, that are addition reactions, which are also known as composition reactions, combination reactions, synthesis reactions, and another one is decomposition reactions. They both are similar. If you are going through the lesson carefully, you people will understand that these two reactions are vice versa of each other. Let's have a look on the first type of reaction, that is addition reaction. An addition reaction, sometimes also called a combination reaction or a synthesis reaction, produces a single substance from multiple reactants. A single substance as a product is the key characteristic of an addition reaction. There may be a coefficient other than 1 for the substance, but if the reaction has only a single substance as a product, it can be called as a composition reaction. Let's have a look on the reaction. The reaction of water is given to you. You people have already gone through that example of water, a chemical equation of water again and again. Look at this equation. Two reactants are reacting with each other and they are going to form a single product, that is water. So we can define addition reaction in a way that when two or more compounds react with each other to form a new compound, that is called an addition reaction. Here they are giving you the symbolic diagram also. A plus B gives us A, B. In this case, only one product is formed. This is the identification of an addition reaction, in which two or more reactants are adding together and they are giving you the product, single product. Then we have another type of chemical reaction, that is decomposition reactions. These are actually vice versa of addition reactions. How? A decomposition reaction can be defined as a type of chemical reaction in which, under suitable conditions, one single compound splits into multiple simpler substances. For example, they have given you the example of sodium chloride, NaCl. NaCl breakdowns into sodium, Na, plus chloride, Cl. They have also given you symbolic representation AB. When splits into suitable conditions, they are split into A plus B. So in the decomposition reactions, a compound break down into the smaller substances, a compound break down into two or more simpler substances. That type of reactions are called decomposition reactions. So they are the vice versa of addition reaction. In addition reaction we are combining, but in decomposition reaction, as its name indicate, we are decomposing it, we are breaking it down. So when when a compound break down into simpler substances, that type of reaction is called decomposition reaction. Dear students, a very important question which comes in your mind as well as in your exams also, that why are decomposition reactions called the opposite of combination reactions? We know a combination reaction to be a chemical reaction in two or more substances combined together to produce a new compound, whereas in a decomposition reaction, the combination between constituents are broken down to form multiple products. So, by the help of symbolic representation, you can see that in the first case, addition reaction is taking place. Similarly, in the other one, the next equation, they are breaking down into the simpler substances. So, addition reaction and decomposition reactions are opposite of each other, as their name indicates that addition is adding and decomposition is breaking, decompose. So keep the keywords in your mind while memorizing, while learning anything. The keywords are there for your hints or for your indication, so that you can easily prepare that. Addition means adding, decomposition means decomposing. So keep the words in your mind, these keywords, while looking at the chemical equation. Whenever an equation comes and someone asks you to identify whether it's an addition reaction or a decomposition reaction, so look at the equation, memorize the keywords, and then attempt the question. Dear students, let's quickly wrap up our today's lesson. In today's lesson, we have studied about law of conservation of mass. We learned the statement of law of conservation of mass. We have studied how can we write down the examples experimentally, and with the chemical equation, how can we attempt the question. If the question comes that you have to state the law of conservation of mass, how many headings you have to give, how many explanation you have to do. So you have to very cleverly or very attentively you have to attempt the questions, so that you can score maximum marks. Reaction, decomposition reactions. In addition reaction, we have studied that it's the adding of two or more components. Similarly, in the decompositions, the breaking down, the decomposing of the compound is taking place into its constituents. So these two reactions are vice versa. We have studied the keyword. We have discussed the keyword by the help of the keyword, that is adding and decomposing. We can easily differentiate between addition reaction and decomposition reaction. You can further take the help of the web links which I have provided, and you can further take help of your book also. In your book, several examples of addition reaction and decomposition reactions are given. So you should have to read detail. You have to practice the even equations for addition reaction and decomposition reactions. Assignment for today's lesson is exercise question number 5.3 part 1 and 2. Practice equations given in the topic addition and decomposition reaction, page 70-71. Then you have to search the given web links in which decomposition reaction, introduction to addition and decomposition reactions have been given, and then we have YouTube videos on a complete topic, that how law of conservation of mass is implemented while doing any experiment regarding writing chemical equations. How can we write down addition reaction and decomposition reaction, how can we identify them. With the help of these web links, you can easily go through the videos relevant to your topic. Students, in the end we have a worksheet. So today's worksheet is state the law of conservation of mass with example. In this question, you people have to attempt the question according to the way I have told you. You have to write down the introduction, you have to write down statement, and then you have to give the example. Then another question, differentiate between addition and decomposition reactions. In this, you have to define them, and then you have to differentiate them with example of chemical equations, which is already mentioned and already given in your book. And then the third question is complete the following reactions. Here the reactant is missing and in the product is missing. So you have to look at the equation, you have to make the equation, and then you have to mention whether it is an addition reaction or a decomposition reaction. You have to balance the equation as well. So this is the task for today's lesson. I hope you people will perform it in a better way. My dear students, with that we are going to end our today's lesson. I hope you people have understand the lesson. I hope you people will go through the lesson. I hope you people will go through the book as well, and you are going to practice it, you are going to learn it. So wish you very good luck. Thank you so much for your concentration.